Fulmer, seriously, elevate, cease, right? Bizzle. There's no surprise that they're in this position with 6 duos remaining, and they're in a good spot. And even then, though, they're in that mid-ground area. But just as I speak, Fulmer is actually going to get bopped there. Is he going to be able to pick up his teammate in time?
It looks like the circle is moving back over, but he is just... Oh, no, Will. Yeah, he is going to have to abandon him as the circle starts to move. Going to look to pick up Elims. They might try and edit him through just so he can stay in the match for longer, because it might give him a little bit of extra time there. Give him not denying resources to somebody else. Nope, gonna let it go through.
Look at Predator.
So, yeah, Predator on ultimate high. Actiophobia picking up Fulmer there after he's already been eliminated.
Predator has 0 eliminations, but has the one thing that everyone else wants, which is the ultimate. Oh!
But not a grappler to the face. Normally that's either a clinger or something scary, but was able to then disengage that other player as he realized he didn't want to go up. And Challenge does have the heavy sniper if he decides to punch through. Still a number of duos remaining, but that reload time is very, very, very long. No, he's not running off into the storm. That's one of the things we've talked about iterating on, as Symmetrical does run off into the storm.
Left.
Yep, 6 players left. A number just rifted as well. One of them being Sofa, takes a ton of storm, takes him and Hydro.
One's gonna go back up again.
Now, so this all comes down to who pilots their umbrellas the best, who can stay inside that circle, and who has the health advantage. It looks like it's gonna be Predator, but all these players are so close to each other. Will somebody opt to dive, right? But now all of a sudden, no, one goes down. Can he fight? And Predator is gonna pick it up, showing up. We talk about your rifling skills, we talk about your editing skills, we talk about your rotation skills, but how are your piloting and your gliding skills? Merc and Predator showing it off right there, bringing home the victory royale. 5 elims, 10 placement points, and that's one of the wackier endings we've seen in any one of these matches. My
Ladies
Lord.
and gentlemen, that's what we like to call in the soft sciences, excuse me, squeaky bum time. That was squeaky bum time.
Yeah, definitely when you got to wonder what's gonna happen, how close can you get, and knowing you're basically helpless, you just need to try and keep your finger on the controller.
There's just a lot of things that you can expect in Fortnite, right? I remember casting like heel-offs, right, at Optic Arena, or, you know, like crazy moments like at Pro-Am and stuff, and, you know, just insanity. But very rarely do you get a moment like that where it doesn't come down to the gun skill. It doesn't come down to boxing someone out, to zoning them out. No, it comes down to who can just tap their W key just a little bit so that they don't go outside
stay exactly
of the
in there, have just enough of the HP. But let's flip on board here now as .FPS, somebody we've seen, a player for Counterlogic Gaming, going down right there. Now Slick and Spectre. Spectre, we actually ran an interview piece on during the winter round, and he's like, hey, you know what? I'm just happy to be here. I didn't think I'd do this well qualified, you know, just on the inside of the top 200, then goes on to qualify for the grand finals, goes on to then join Merkin, and we've seen him every week since then. This is somebody he's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to continue pursuing gaming, and now he's showing up on every single one of these leaderboards, playing for Merkin, one of the well-represented orgs out there, somebody who kind of like, generally people say funnel in, but a lot of top-tier talent comes from there and then goes into other orgs as well, as they pick up another elim there.
I just want to say, I'm fairly certain they had every single medium round in the server at that moment, because I don't think they stopped firing their ARs. I don't think they...
A good amount of pressure from them there, and that's when we talk about, if you look at what gatekeeping is, when they think of that term in regards to Fortnite, that's it. When a player is pinned and the storm is at their back, which means they have to rotate forward or be forced to take those heavy tick storms. That would have been an 8 tick. Now the next one will be 10. It's either run into the field of bullets or, you know, run into the storm that's going to zap you with the purple thunder.
Either way, you're going to get zapped, and that's just something that you don't want to have happen. So Slick and Spectro, it looked like they wanted to potentially go after that 1-by-1 that was there, but instead they're just going to drop down and hold this green grass right here, right on the outside. You got a couple ballers too lingering about. Maybe they're going to try and punish them.
Yeah, as Hornet and Lijax are sticking together. Now you've generally seen the only ballers who end up being successful are the ones who hang out together, don't necessarily able to split, as Hornet does get shattered out, but then Shatter on the way back, dropping him down there, but not able to quite convert as Slick on the backside of that, putting a ton of pressure. Great work from Slick and Spectro right there to pick up 2 Elim Shatter still left, unfortunately,
How much ammo
to
do they
take
have?
out. It's got to be a ton there, Golden Boy. No problem. Maybe they picked up a llama early on and were able to get a supply drop, or they've just been rolling over some of these players. The double snipe play for Pearl and Eggy. That was brilliant and pushes them in to the top 12, but can they convert? Will they be able to find that loot? Another great double play from them, picking up Oppo Whip, and now 11 duos remaining, 17 players left as we're getting towards the closing moments in NA West. This is the last region for the semi-finals of the Luxe Cup, Golden Boy.
And they own all of this as well. They're just going to wait. Maybe they can line up another double snipe, double heavy snipe, but wisely enough, Pearl and Eggy, they're just going to continue to snake out, to tunnel their way through this map and get into some safe ground here.
Yeah, and Slick and Spectro actually rotating up the side, now have the far side of the zone in a good angle, but we're saying Neon Alithia is also in the match since Auspice J is here, so be mindful of that name in the lower left-hand corner. There are players who have been popping off. As we hear, the Rift does get confirmed. At least one player up in the sky, a number on high ground above them, and Slick and Spectre are just kind of hanging out.
And there's a, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but there's a jump pad right there. So when they want to move for this next circle, they could use that, or they could use the Rift to go. They have utility to mess with ground.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to take that Rift and pull one of the ballers up with them as well. So they're going to opt to dive down and see if they can't contest high ground, but the baller actually grapples down. You hear the traps going off, none there, as Spectro is going to try and build up, does get boxed off as Lyjax is able to pick up crit, and we're now into the top 10 duos.
This is it right here, right? Top 10 duos left in the lobby, and Spectro, Slick, they're going to have that high ground, and they're going to waterfall continuously down here. Spectro's going to find one right in front of him. That's going to be God YT. Goodbye, my friend. That's 7 eliminations for this duo. Hornet finds himself a few as well off screen, but the action still continues on, and that is going to be another pick there for Spectro. Another on to Hornet. Goodbye. With 11 players left in this lobby, this is looking very good here for Spectro and Slick.
Yeah, but neither one of them were his knock, unfortunately, so none of those Elam's going to count towards him. Jay the Hunt, though, going down to Slick's hand. That one will end up counting. They're up to at least 8, but pushed into the top 7, so 5 placement points already. And now, because they're on ultimate high, they'll be able to waterfall down and decide when they want to challenge. But now they're split, actually, because Lyjax is in between them, and Slick is now on the mid-ground tarp with Iwinel Ace. Zunit trying to find it.
There's so many structures around there, Sundown. There's no natural structures anywhere. This is literally all player built, which means that they're going to have to bust out the pickaxe and try and get through unless they own that themselves. But as it currently stands, Spectro and Slick, they have so much ground here. They own a lot of this, and Slick's going to jump right into the action. That's 220 right to the body there onto Lyjax. Still continuing to hold down that ultimate high ground. His teammate Merkin is going to go low. Spectro, he's going to be able to take out one. Aggie's going to be there to pay for that. Pearl's going to be the last one left alive. And are they going to be able to get this elimination there? Because it's so close to being a GG for Slick and Spectro. Pearl is the last-ditch effort. Can he make the play? It's not going to happen. That's going to go to Spectro and Slick. Very well done.
Very well done. And it says they had 7 Elams, but we saw them pick up more in there. That's one of the things we're talking about, iterating and improving on. But that's going to be, at minimum, coming out for them a 20-point match victory route, coming through a bunch of Elams there at the end. Very well executed, moving around the side. That's what we like to see. Not only was it from the top, but they're able to then rotate around the side, use their builds, and then they went back through them to regain high ground. Well executed by them there. A good victory route.
Crazy moment there as well, because as I had mentioned, there was just player-built structures everywhere, right? Very rarely do you run into moments like that where the storm just is going to come right back through all those player builds.
The last 4 circles, I don't know if you watched, it actually kind of formed a little square right over by Hero Mansion. It was just like, boop, nope, now we're going to boop, and there was a little bit of overlap there, so some were able to be reused, but generally it was like a quick, oh, I got to dip behind this and then get back in.
Yeah.
And that's why I ended up kind of with a more vertical stack there towards the end, and the duos were able to hide out, but very well done from Spectro and partner to clean that up.
Yeah, Slick and Spectro nailed that one to a T. They knew exactly when they needed to jump down. They caught a lot of players off guard. They were able to reap the benefits of that one. So congratulations to them, and I'm sure that we'll be seeing them tomorrow. I mean, we got to look at the standings and where we are, but as far as I know, I mean, I'd be shocked not to see them in the matchups tomorrow, given that they just picked up a win, and well, there's so many players,
and it was
right?
A stacked lobby. So again, the qualifications for getting to tomorrow is being in the top 1,500 duos for your region, and we've seen all of these regions have been stacked. So even getting there is very impressive. I think the cutoff for NA East ended up being like 57 points. I know the cutoff for both EU and NA from the Scallywag, the previous duos, went up by nearly 8 to 10 points for the qualification. So that's everyone stepping their game up. That's more players playing, more competitors getting in there, more points being earned, people figuring out how to be more efficient with their 3-hour window and the 10 matches. And like, to say I'm excited for tomorrow would be an understatement. Think of the caliber of games we had today from start to finish, and then tomorrow it's going to be even.
Yeah, we're gonna take that up a notch, and that is exactly what you want to see here, folks. So remember, this was just the semifinals, as we had mentioned previously. A lot of these players, they're going to be making their way tomorrow to the money matches, to that grand finals, play for a little bit of cash, but also for that pride. And bear in mind, not only is this event important for, I think, just getting some cash and of course putting your name out there, but it also sets you up nicely for the World Cup, which is right around the corner. That is where the money's on the line. What is it, $1 million a week?
It's $1 million a week. The first tournament will be April 13th and 14th. Then it is 10 weeks leading up to the World Cup final, where there will be $30 million on the line. There, you can check out the website for a little more information.
And you'll be coming to my territory as well. You're coming to New York City, baby.
Yes, we are. But all of this has just been a lead up to that. It's been practice. That's why you've seen a different style of jumping into these matches, into spectating them, because as we get into the World Cup, there is going to be a huge spread of players, and we want to make sure that we're able to give everyone their moment. If you do something cool and you're pressing towards the top, if you're making it to the grand finals of these tournaments, if you're in those top 1,500, you deserve to be noticed, whether it's you out there playing or your friend. Hey, give them a shout out. You see them on stream or you know they're playing, boost them up a little bit, because for a lot of players, this is their first time competing in something on this scale, and it's huge to get that opportunity. It's huge to get that chance. I saw a number of people on the Reddit and on Twitter saying, hey, I was just like 2 points clear of qualifying. I was like, oh, I was just on the outside looking in. But the fact that's even remotely attainable for me is something that's so cool.
Yeah, and something that I've been doing as well. I mean, I did it with Karu, and I'm just going to shout you out, right? Like, hey, this is your opportunity to show yourself off, and I think that's what this is all about, right? The Fortnite World Cup and Fortnite in general, anyone has an opportunity to compete at a high level. Clearly, we have so much talent across the board, and I think that's just because of the community constantly pushing themselves and improving themselves. It really is so cool to go on Reddit every day and like read what new technique people are thinking of, or what new way that people are going to try and 90, or what new way people are going to try and edit peak, and just things like that, right? And I love seeing those kinds of things. So shout out to all you guys for really kicking butt out there and continuing to elevate this game through and through. But I just found out from production that we got the winner.
Our leader going into tomorrow.
I'd say winner, but you know what I mean.
It's somebody who we called out a little bit, gonna want to keep an eye on.
Drum roll?
It is, a little bit of a drum roll for them here. It is Neon Alithi and Osprey's J reppin'. So we talked about how we've seen them on the leaderboards. We've seen them in duos, seen them a little bit in solos as well, but played all 10 of their matches, came out with 2 victory royales, averaging 5.9 elims, and then a 14 just outside the placement points for placement, but about on par with what we've seen from all the other regions as well. Utilization of most of the games, fairly high average elims with at least 2 victory royales in there. And I mean, they're going to be happy with that, but I promise you they want to try and take home the win tomorrow as well. They've been so close in all of those final Sundays as well to keep pressing for that high up the ladder. And I mean, look at the spread at the top, Golden Boy.
It's marginal, really. 2 points separating Z-Champ and Juki. Macwood, as well as Schmecht, Symmetrical, and Takata. Falconer, we saw at the end there with Ramos. Cease and Elevate, once again, a dynamic duo that never fails to disappoint. Spectro and Slick, who we saw at the end of that last game, pick up that victory royale. Jammies, Tristan, CJ, and Wood, who we saw win multiple times, and these guys have been playing very well. And then Jae Young and Maximo, plenty of great players here. Like I said before, stacked through and through. This is ridiculous. The names, just the names keep going, keep going.
They really do. You have T1s, Fulmer, and Sofa, Bulldog, Skep, and Grove, Asian Greg, Caminus, Arkham, and Reloads, M4 Aaron, and Walla, AK Eggies, and Pearl, Sincerely Slime, Trashies, Aggro Kennys, Ladesman, Ifa, and Saint, and then Bobo, 35, and Vinny. And again, it's only 20 points from first down to 20th. The prizing tomorrow will end up being in that top, I think it's 30 range for that route. So gonna want to be challenging up towards that. But again, leading into tomorrow's, that's just the wrap for the semifinals. There was the players who weren't contenders, had a shot to go today, but tomorrow it will be the best 3,000 players, the top 1,500 duos from today per each one of those regions, battling out for their slice of the pie. And more importantly right now, it's about bragging rights. You want to see your
100%.
name up there. You want to say, like, have a little flex on, have some cool plays, and let people know, like, hey, I'm ready.
This is the prelude to the World Cup, to the Fortnite World Cup. This is it. Millions of dollars on the line. Glory in your sights. Opportunity abound. This is it. And a win here could be big for you, and it could get you noticed, or it could just continue to affirm that you know that you are one of the best duos in competitive Fortnite. You saw a lot of familiar names up there, and expect to see them all clash in the European region, NA East, and NA West. We're going to be treated to some exquisite Fortnite tomorrow, and I can't wait. Sundown.
I can't wait either. Thank you very much, Golden Boy. Join us again tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll jump in with the end of Europe and then cover all of NA East and NA West, but we're out for now. Until then, enjoy, be safe, and don't forget to emote on them.
Bye.